Hey there, everybody. It's RCK, and I'm glad to have you back here for our next Nabaa episode. Of course, today we're going to be going over turn 49 and 50. So let's go ahead and see what we have here off the top of the list. Of course, we're getting a lot of air and fire gems for Lemuria. Of course, we've been trading, or we are trading him currently, death gems. So we really had no use for him, or at least the stockpile that we have accumulated. And of course, he wants them a lot more than us. He's not necessarily close to us at the moment, so definitely a free trade will make it somebody else's problem. We have a few site searching spots here, didn't find anything. Research evocation, so now we have evocation 7. Well, it looks like we have an assassination battle or magic phase battle here from Pangea. So this is a magic phase battle. Our forces defeated the attacking force of Pangea. Don't think we need to watch that too much. It's just the god ran into our army here. We didn't really lose too much at all. It was look like he is casting. What is he casting here? Body of Flames. Astral Shield. Magic Duel. So he's casting a few magic duels here. Very interesting. He tried to go for that. He killed 3 Makaribs, of course, but definitely puts his dragon in great danger. I think we will be prepared for it next time for sure. It's not like it's really putting in some work there. Not too much going on. We did lose a force here. So what actually happened? I assume the commander was placed far away from the troops. Maybe the commander's on attack. I don't know. Looks like he's fine. He's just sitting right here in the front. Nope. He's going in. I'm tired of this arrow bullshit. His ass probably gets killed right here, probably from arrows. I bet that's what happens. Yep. His own men has killed him. Great. That was great. How unfortunate. Here we have us raiding one of Pangea's provinces that I'm probably sure they've taken from us. Another raid. Them raiding us. Province defense of Jotunheim, so that is on top of a capital, so that is hindering us from a decent amount of gold now. Ooh, and here we see a big battle from Lemuria here. 4 consuls go down. Of course, they do have immortality unless they were soul slayed. Ooh, but Ulm has lost 75 guardians here. That is a lot. 75 black plate infantry, but 74 guardians is a lot. That is his main defense against them. Black Lord and 4 crystal sources. Other than that, well, he did lose his Wraith Lord, but yep, 1 month, so he'll get him back every time unless he was like soul slayed. How interesting. So I feel like this puts Ulm on the back foot for sure. Oh, does it say Lemuria attacked Ulm and won? Interesting. I wonder if Ulm's troops all ran away from something, say, what's it called? Wailing Winds. There goes Grip of Winter, Wailing Winds, and Rigor Mortis. Of course, I did expect that fatigue play for sure. Ouch. Oh man, those consoles did not stand a chance. Ooh, we see mass flight here from Ulm. Very interesting to see that for sure. We do see some of his units being diseased. A relief has been cast. It's going to help out a little bit, but not from the 2 spells. I mean, it might stop Grip, but I don't think it's going to stop Rigor. And then we also have Firestorm here from Ulm. Very, very interesting, making sure there's nothing else being cast down. Seeing what they have on them. It also looks like he has put up the Serpent's Blessing as well, since all of his troops has poison resistance 10, which is quite nice for him. Very good that these Guardians were able to get back here. Definitely puts Leonard in a dangerous position. That fight was very smart on his part, but don't think they'll last too long. They'll have Fire Shield, which is quite cool. This Bless does have fire resistance, so the Fire Shield does not affect him. It will affect his normal chaff troops, it's just not as sacred. Surprised to not see any of these lemurs go down here. Definitely surprised about that. What's going on back here? Nothing much. Does have his dragon. I'm sure this is who cast all of those high-level nature spells. He's just having a routing problem now. All the stuff seems to be diseased. Or a lot of it, anyway. 13 attack skill versus 24 defense. Okay, never mind. Magic power too. Probably someone to bless. No. So between this experience, the magic power, and weapon defense modifier. So the magic staff does give him, give him defense 4. Wow. Very interesting to see it that high up to 24. Cool. Sure that Firestorm did put a hurting on his own troops as well, due to the fact of them not having, these guys all do, but the warriors themselves, the guardians, the Olmish infantry, they don't have fire resistance in any way. So he's probably doing a little bit of hurt to himself, but guess on one. Interesting. Next we have another raid, us raiding them. Us failing a raid against them because there was white centaurs there, very unfortunate, but we lost Marrow, 10 soldiers. Earth Gnome, okay. Them raiding us. Ooh, us hitting them with a separate, no, this was them magic phasing into our army, and then our army hitting the province that they originally were going to anyway, and killing the dragon, so that is very nice. So, that regardless, that does shut off, my goodness, I can't click on them, so many damn birds. That will shut off his bless of, I assume, no, it's not awe. I don't remember what his bless was. Either way, he does end up killing mostly birds here from the looks of it. Yeah, mostly birds, and we end up taking him out. Does he have any kind of thing to get him back? I can't remember if he had some kind of enchantment on him, or I thought he had something. I can't remember. Weekend rebirth. If killed, a commander will return from the underworld to the province where the ritual was cast. If the province is held by enemy forces, the rebirth enchantment will not work. It's got Inner Sun, Commander Explode, Holy Light. Yeah, so I believe he does get him back, which is interesting, but we know that this guy is not very hard to kill at all. He ended up killing one Mekarib with the magic duel, of course. We lost one Jan Guard, one Camel Rider, and 8 soldiers out for 200. We see Mikland here taking care of the last remnants of their nation they're fighting. Of course, he is doing a good job cleaning them up. Had a couple of good events we went through. And here we see the arena battle. How interesting. Just Knight, Dominion, Power, Defense Organizer. So this is from Ermor, and we have a Grand Lemur here from Lemuria. He comes in with three Knights. Interesting. Oh, because he has the Pocket Knight. Ring of the Victor. And the Acid Breath. So 29 defense, 21 attacks. Nothing to joke at. 18 protection, 222 leadership. He should be leading some armies. Just man sword. You probably could have put a better weapon on him. Yeah. Well, ×3 versus undead. I mean, I don't know. That's pretty good in the situation you have here. That's the 29 protection of that Pocket Knight. And here we have a Grand Lemur that has a Pocket Lich. Huh. It's like known as 700 years ago. Huh. Very, very cool. A death. Sorry, I was trying my best not to sneeze. A Death 5 that has a... It's a global enchantment. What? It has a global enchantment. Huh. It's weird. So both of them casting Horde Skeletons, I assume? Yeah. It's definitely just too much for those few knights to handle. They will get overwhelmed. Probably fatigue out. No, their fatigue is fine. Just over time, them getting chipped down, I assume. Okay. Horde Skeletons. Ooh, he's at 100 fatigue and 111. So we need to take care of this right here. Getting a little risky. 29 hit points left though, and 10 on the Pocket Knight. 24. Wow, this is close. Because if they end up getting to those liches, the liches would definitely be done for. But the Horde of Skeletons cast at the very last minute here is holding them off. Fatigue is very, very close. Yeah, I thought that was a pretender. Like a Trinity or something, or... I remember, I thought he had more than one. "21, this is a long battle. Just chipping away. And that is it. A Bolt of Unlife seals their deal there on that. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So a Knight Commander, of course, cannot stand up to a Grand Lemur and his Lich. And he got... foremost... Staff of Elemental Mastery. Nice. Very, very good one to get there. Had a couple of scouts die. And Krieg was vanquished. Unfortunate. And the Antigua was also vanquished. So we lost 2 players there on that turn. Very interesting. So I assume that the god is back at Pangea. But I'm not sure. I don't see it here in the scouting report. But yeah, it's definitely putting Ulm in a very dangerous situation here. Of course, that is all cleaned up. 350 Centaur or 350 Pangean units here on 13. The rest of them kind of round. See, I would have assumed that he wouldn't necessarily go after 13. It kind of puts him in a very dangerous spot, playing kind of cat and mouse with me. Just to the fact that he's very limited on the spaces he could go. So I'm moving to 4, getting there pretty close. Not too worried about everything back here. Moving a lot of troops up to 32 to have another force moving out. Looks like we have all of our scouts sneaking in at 33. I'm not too sure why we have 3 more communion slaves moving southward to join with the force. Of course, we have a lot of lightless lanterns. Anything really going on north? Not too much. We still have 67 Def Gems left, making 27 turn. We just traded 50 away. Using up nature gems as they come, though. Fire gems and air gems, of course, are very, very low, so we definitely need that income. Earth and water is looking okay. Anything else I want to say about this turn? Not really, be honest with you. Of course, we're still getting a decent amount from Jotunheim, just not as much as we could be getting. Could possibly should be doing some raids right now, like deeper raids, with maybe even the Malika here, any of them, to be honest with you. But they're just so expensive and time consuming to make, and you only have so many that I'm really just kind of banking on taking out this main force from Pangaea and crippling them. Because this is the last bit that they have. They really have nothing else coming. I mean, they have a few white centaurs, Menads, Foulspine, Chaff, Wolves, Hawks, Lions, Spiders, Deers, Chaff. And, I mean, that's really it. That's all they have left. And then they have their white centaur mage force up here at 13th. Yeah, once we take that, we can just overwhelm them as fast as we can. The other Pangean force has taken the water back from the looks of it. So that's going to be it for this turn here. We did cast Rainmaking on the capital, so we're up to 863 gold per turn. Definitely a pretty large amount of income coming in. So we'll see if we can make that even higher. Making Skull Mentors, just because we can use Def Gems for it since we have so many. Doing a couple of searches. You guys are getting diseases. Everyone here has a damn lightless lantern on them. Everyone here has lightless lanterns. Our research is getting pretty decent at 3,000. Trying to hit Evocation 9 for the, not Firestorm, but Flames from the Sky. Just to have that handy if we do need it. Probably after that, you'll see us going down Alt 9 for things like Army of Gold and Army of Lead. Even possible, I think we might go for Conjuration rather soon to go for the Marad here. I'm getting a nice fire water path. So when we do go down Alteration, I think it is Alteration. Is it Alteration? No. Might be Enchantment. Yes, no. We get Army of Heroes other ways. That's going to give everyone attack skill and armor. Is that AP? I can't remember what AP is. Don't remember. But regardless, attack skill +4 is great. Where is that other? It's not in Thaumaturgy, is it? No. Construction, possibly? Construction here. So we're definitely wanting to go after that fire and water crosspath here in DE, or yeah, Dominions Enhanced, for Weapons of Fire and Ice, which is a very, very interesting spell I found when I was just looking through. because I thought it was interesting all these new spells we had here in the Conjure or the Construction Path. This is very nice. So melee attack, steal AP damage, so that's armor piercing damage. 5% of targets gain AN and magic weapons instead. So armor piercing is going to be great, and it affects the entire army. So it does not affect enemy units, of course. This is definitely something we want to have. It's going to be great on our half giants that deal so much damage. They're just going to be able to chop through just about anything, because at that point we don't need any strength bonuses, since they're just going to be able to cut through armor like butter. So that's our kind of plan there with our next bit of research. And of course this will probably change up some. So yeah, that's what we have planned. Of course we really don't need that for Pangea, since usually they have pretty low armor. But we're going to need that for armies like Ulm, Ermor. That's really it, because everyone else is Pangea or Mictland, and of course they don't have much either. Where is Mictland at? I know, okay, there they are. They're kind of still blocked out. We don't really have any scouts over there. Most of our scouts are either in the Ulm Lemuria area or in the Ermor Pangean area. Definitely could use so many more. This is definitely a small amount of scouts that we currently have. Even though most of them are here, they are all currently moving either to 17 or 33 to rendezvous with this army here, because we know that the scouts, or not scouts, the dryads from Pangea are trying to seduce our troops here. But thankfully we're not going to have any problems with leaving armies behind due to the fact of our Malakas here and them having a few extra gems. I threw 2 fire gems on each one. I told them not to use it as far as the actual battles go. I don't want them using it there, but they will use it whenever they go into an assassination battle. Of course they cannot be seduced by the dryad, so every time they go into that assassination battle, they're going to have the extra fire gems to cast. And yes, here they are set to conservation of magical gem use, so then we're going to conserve them in other battles. But when it's different when it comes to an assassination battle, because then they have free reign. They'll use every gem they have to stay alive, regardless of what they're set to. They will not follow scripts. So through testing and stuff like that, the Malaka will always prioritize using the fire gems to cast spells, and they will always be casting either, I guess depending on what evocation level magic you have, but I highly doubt it. Usually they will always go for fire elemental, a full-size fire elemental first, and then they'll follow it with like a very, very powerful fire evocation spell. And of course, even one fire elemental is going to take care of a swarm cast. Even 2 swarm casts, they're not going to care. So this is going to be very, very good, very, very dangerous for Pangea, of course. They can still hit our Makaribs, of course, and our other soldiers, which they don't have any troops on them. And of course, we're kind of trying to dilute the chances of them hitting anything special that we need to keep by bringing in all of these scouts here. We don't care if they take scouts. We don't care if they kill scouts. They're 25 gold piece. We make plenty of gold, and it's just definitely helping our army continue forward. So that is kind of the plan we currently have. We're also kind of filling up these fortresses or castles here with scouts just in case they decide to go after those. So we'll go ahead and head over to turn 50 and see what it has in store for us. There we go. I think I have all my turns done tonight. I'll have to check. Can't remember if I got them done earlier in the day or not. So, cast a few more remote site searching spells. Didn't find anything. Looks like somebody has done a Lobo there. Few more. So we have a Dying Forest. Now that is a nature death site Labyrinths of Skulls and Burial Mound. Burial Mound is 1 death. Labyrinths of Skulls, I think that's 2 death. Nope, it's 1 death. Yep, okay. And that is it as far as site searching goes. Here we, of course, raid. Do a great job, this army within the water, I believe, being a Sea King, I think, and all of the Merrow Militia. They raid us, 1 PD, no big deal. They attack a province, so I assume they think we're not putting PD down, but we are. We raid them again, we lose 1 Camel Rider, they would kill their forces. A Mastersmith, what was that Mastersmith doing, I wonder? Prophet, ooh. What's going on here? He was diseased and lost an eye, but still, why would you lose your prophet? Why would you throw your prophet away? Not sure. White Centaur's raiding us. Ooh, and we have a big battle there. Let's go and watch that one. I think it was at Beaufagan. Let's see what we have here. So, I did predict that Pangea was not going to stay on that castle and instead attack our 1 province. So we see we have a lot of forces here. We have Minotaurs, we have Menads, we have Pans that have lots and lots of gems. We have Shamans that have gems on them. We have Knights, we have Lizard Warriors, we have more Pans, we have Dryads, we have Centaur Commanders with lifelong protections on them. My goodness, we have the White Centaurs here with their Holy 3 levels. Interesting, you put the Twisting Thorns on this Dryad here. But he is a Holy 3 with the Dryad Charm and a Thistle Mace. More than likely will be casting Foul Vapors. I believe, yeah, that's probably why they have them like that. So that's 1. What is that? So we see a Witch here. Air 2, Death 1, Nature 2 with a lot of air gems. Interesting. Another Pan. Looks like he will be casting Strength of Giants, possibly. Or maybe some sort of Legions of Steel effect or something. I don't know. We have a Pandemonic. We have some more Dryads. We have Marble Lions. 4 more Pans here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then a Pandemonic. So 9 equivalent Pans there. We see some Centauride and Hierophant Centaurs there. That one has some armor and some weapons. And then we do say a Lost Centaur Cataphracts. Some Blood Slaves. 2 more Shamans here. I assume they're going to be the slaves. Communion slaves, that is. Don't know what they're going to have this guy do with those slaves around him. Is that one of those? No. How interesting. And of course, back here we do have our own force. Hope we do have enough gems for this. I don't remember. Looks like we do, though. Don't know if we have enough communion slaves. Well, that's the interesting part. Don't know if we have enough of those. Everyone does have gems. We have a lot of falcons about to fly in. We have a nice front line. I think we will do fine in this fight for sure. Of course, we do have our backup on each flank. We have a long enough line that the Centaurs are not going to be able to get past. I mean, it's 3 deep. So that's going to be a lot of elite soldiers to get through, then followed up by these 2 groups, 2 squares on the flanks that will kind of trickle in any empty spots they have, all while the Camel Riders are firing flaming arrows. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll go ahead and look back a little bit. Barkskin Swarm, Horsepower, Army of Giants. So let's see here. So they have cast Air Shield, so of course our arrows aren't going to do that great. We have Air Shield. We also have Flaming Arrows. Oh, you're very weak. Let's see what else. With Divine Blessing, Smokeless Flame, a lot of Smokeless Flame here going off. So the Dryad has cast Foul Vapors. The Pan has cast Howl. Looks like we're casting Anti-Magic. We're also casting Serpent's Blessing. So we do have Serpent's Blessing. And we do have Fog Warriors off as well, so that's going to be very, very beneficial for us. So we're going to be counteracting the Foul Vapors with the Poison Resistance 10, Air Shield. That doesn't really help doesn't really help us too much, but they do have Javelins on the White Centaurs. And of course, Fog Warriors is a great thing to have, especially when your enemy does not have magic weapons. So it's going to be very, very dangerous for him. And our Vanguard are looking very, very dangerous here with their bonus, morale, attack skill, magic weapons, and fire resistance from that throne. They have very, very nice stats. They're dealing a decent amount of damage. They're very resilient. They're not to worry about the Foul Vapors. If anything, the Foul Vapors might end up hurting him more than me from the looks of it. For sure. They're enlarged. Okay. We have also cast Rain of Stones now, but with both armies having Air Shield on them, I don't think it's going to bother us. It's not going to bother either of us too much. I mean, of course, we have a lot more shielded units, so I think we should be okay. Or at least better off than their Menads and things like that. We have also cast Firestorm, so we're definitely putting it heavy on them, okay? Because do all of our troops have fire resistance now? Yes, all of our troops do have at least fire resistance 5. It's not perfect, but it is going to definitely help out a lot versus the Firestorm. We might still see some damage points coming here and there. It looks like we saw poison damage there. But we do have a lot of rusty equipment we need to fix. But yeah, Firestorm is definitely going to hurt them a lot more than it's going to hurt us. And click some more. Smokeless Flame also there for the power, protection, relief. So we will have relief coming up for ourselves here, which is be very, very nice. The Marble Lions aren't really standing too much of a chance. We do see poison going off there on them. Anything else? Don't really see nothing. No, I bet we wouldn't have cast Mass Protection here due to the fact of us casting Firestorm. Because that would have taken away our Fire Fiend advantage, leaving us at 0, ultimately hurting us more than helping us. When we cast Mass Flight. See ya. So it does kind of put us in a dangerous position here, because all these White Centaurs here are left, while all of our troops have flown away to the back lines. Of course, taking out their commanders and everything will be great for us, but it does leave us in a rather dangerous situation as well. I mean, if it comes down to it, these Camel Riders will be able to hold out for a long time. When they're having pretty decent density here, along with having pretty high defense skill. And it looks like, I mean, of course, the durability of their Fog Warriors and whatnot are definitely going to help out as well. Keep playing. Broken armor, broken helmet, broken shield. Woo! Thought we cast Doom too, I can't remember. We might not have, I remember now. I don't think we have enough of the Communion Slaves to cast our higher level Astral Magic along with, I can't remember if we have Master Generation yet or not, but I don't think we're able to cast it since we don't have the Communion Slaves. God, I can't remember. We do have Relief up. Foul Vapors is still up, but Howl is down. We killed that pan, or rather it ran away. So we are having our elite warriors kind of trickle back in here. Ooh, but the Malika there said they don't want you near us. Lots of nice fire magic going on. Warp armor, falling skies, pillar of fire, falling fires, tune of fear. That was from Pangaea for sure. Stellar cascades, that's from us. Those groups, those flying groups coming down, just annihilating. So we're getting a couple of white centaurs here getting close. Okay, so elite soldiers have showed up. We should have had more elite soldiers on attack closest. I think that was what we should have done instead, because I think everything was on attack rear, hoping that since we probably said that before we had mass flight for them to kind of go around the flanks, whereas when they did have mass flight, they just flew up and flew over to the rearmost enemy. So that's probably what happened there, and we only had a small amount set to attack closest. Probably just the closer inner groups. So yeah, definitely need more on attack closest. Probably about half and half would be a good idea. We see lots and lots of troops here routing for Pangaea. Everything seems to be running away. All that's left is firestorms and rain of stones. So do we have our enchantress leave or die? Possibly. Possibly had our enchantress die. Let's look. Wolfhagen. No, our enchantress is still alive. Ooh, the Malika's. Oh, it's probably due to the firestorm though. So we lost 40 elite soldiers, 14 Jan Guard, and 75 camel riders. Really took a big hit there from the camel riders. Very unfortunate. A lot of gold, a lot of stuff. Well, I mean, at this point, the archer units have really kind of fallen out of favor at this point in the game. But the Falcons really do help as that early harassment, especially if they do end up messing with any of the mages. So yeah, not too bad. Definitely replaceable. Had to fix that Makarib as well, which we have a few heading down to replace them. But 65 white centaurs. All of these mages here, they lost absolutely everything in this battle. Found a couple of nice items here. So, yep, that is Pangaea. That was us breaking Pangaea's back there on this turn. We do see him attacking a lot of other provinces, of course, taking them through his raids. We do see him ping this throne that has the monolith in it. We've already seen this throne. I don't think it's the same throne. This is a different throne. Yeah, this is a different throne. This is thrown over by him, I believe. Over by him in the other pan. Yes, yes it is. Just defend our fortress. So it looks like he's still pinging us in some provinces to make sure that we're putting down PD and keeping us honest. We're starting to starve. Oh, that's not good. So we're going to move on top of Minad Force there and take that. And otherwise, our entire army will be moving farther west, of course, to pressure Pangaea, kick him off of Jotunheim, and push him back to his side. We have our other forces here taking back 237. We'll also move to take 254 more than likely after we push the units off of 13. Also fixing this here and taking back 32. And of course, every raid we just follow it up with a counter raid. That is normally how we keep up with Pangaea losing that major force like that. We're definitely winning this war, and at this point, all of his other neighbors are like, okay, we're ending our naps and we're going to attack Pangaea, because I think a couple of people did end up seeing that, or the battle report was passed around. So we're going to try our best to take as much as we can, but at this point, we don't expect to catch too much because we are rather slow in the format that we currently have our army built. But this is the way I like to have it. Of course, we just crushed their force. Other than that, we will be casting Tower of Heavens this turn. And I'll go ahead and show you what that is. Where? Tower of Heavens. There we go. For 60 fire gems, grants around 50 gold and 5 temple checks each month. Friendly provinces lose around 15 unrest per month. So this is going to really help us push our dominion and also gain us a lot of gold, either through the unrest from every province taking the unrest away, or of course the 500 gold each month is going to be great as well. So that is very, very nice for us. And we just put 60 in. We didn't put over 60, we just put 60. Since there are a couple of slots left, we don't have to worry about someone taking it or overcasting it or having to fight for a spot. So that is definitely what we're working for there. Definitely trying to keep us ahead on this war. I mean, when every war that you have is going to be costing you a lot of money. You need to be able to keep up with that cost, along with the research, of course, because you have to think each one of these guys are 27 research, 28 research, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, that's it's about almost 270 research there, maybe 280. If we put the other Mecharybbs and the Enchantress and the other units like that, you're looking at another additional 300 or more research per turn added on. So there's always those hits you take from being at war like that. And of course, we can't confidently put our hero over here, our blood hero, in order to start making the Gulas to start blood hunting and pushing us into blood. So that's very unfortunate as well that we're not able to do that right now. Just too dangerous. We do not want to lose our only blood hero. Of course, we can empower, but that's going to put us even farther behind. So yeah. So that's going to be turn 50, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Oh, and Lemuria has cast Eyes of God. Did we know that? Yeah, we did know that. So, Pangea, Boz's Pangea has Mother Oak. Lemuria has Eyes of God. Mictlan has Whispering Winds, which we've looked at already. And then Boz has also cast Earthblood Depot, giving him 20 Earth Gems per turn. Very nice spell to have. Definitely, I could not. Well, I mean, 14 is pretty good. We spent a lot of Earth Gems, or sold a lot, or spent a lot, either building things and whatnot. So we definitely couldn't fight him there on that front. But we could fight Lemuria, possibly. I don't know. Probably not. He's probably making around 30 or 40 Death Gems, I assume, because his temples and stuff. So he starts about 10 per turn. Let's add another 10. So that's already 20. And whatever he finds, I'd say probably be, with the small area that he has here, he probably is making around 30-ish Death Gems per turn, from what I assume. Give or take a few. That's just what I assume. But yeah, we were up to 27, so that is pretty nice. Yeah, I assume he'd rather have this spawn here since we started with no natural death income. Because he'd probably be looking around 50 if he spawned here. So that was turn 50, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.